Hey, howdy. I've been white a long time and I take great offense to people when they're racist against me because of my color is not very nice. Berkeley, California, Berkeley campus has banned white visitors in common areas, right? This is in a housing co-op. You're kidding me, right? They have this person of color theme, and if you're white, you're not allowed on the premises. I take exception to that. I dislike racism and the people who flaunt it and live with it. It makes me wild, and these people should all be so far in jail you got to feed them with a slingshot, but instead, they get praise. They get praise. Try doing that if you're a white person. Have a white campus, a white university, and a white beauty contest and see how that rolls out. Not so much. Hey, is it possible? This is out of Liberal 101, I think. Is it possible for a man to get pregnant? Is it? I had a conversation with a woman the other day and it was wild. I mean, she got so emotional and upset and angry. We couldn't even finish the conversation. I actually got up and walked away because it was senseless to have any more talks with her. And I kind of had to write it down. And I said, is it possible? I mean, come on. She said, well, of course it's possible. It's done all of the time. Yes, men can have babies. Men get pregnant. They give birth to children. In fact, it's probably a lot more common than you think, Brian. I said, no kidding. I mean, even one would be a lot more common than I thought. Give me more information. And she went on and on to say, you got to understand the wordage. Firstly, she said, if you're born a woman and then later you identify as a man, you're now a man and you get pregnant and so you have a baby. Hence the wordage here that of course is possible that a man can get pregnant. I said, you're just playing with words. I mean, come on already. Because biologically that person is a woman. So the woman gave birth. And she got so mad at me. She said, no, it's a man. And I said, so if I identify as a horse, and a horse takes more than a year to have a baby, I can have a baby horse? Are you kidding me? I mean, how can you even talk like this? Why are we having this stupid conversation? Gender identity, it's a crisis with you people because you haven't got a mind. And boy, was she upset. I was too, a little bit, I guess, kind of, sort of. But she held her ground. She believes it. So many liberals do. If you identify as something, that's it. You're it. So if you identify as a dog, go buy dog food. Really, you're a person. Get over yourself. And men can have babies. And you're seeing this now all of the time. They're doing something to our brains. And it seems to be working because everybody's emotional about this and gets upset. Yeah. Wow. Men can have babies. Of course it's possible. Then you swing over to politicians who quit and they never leave. They're kind of like old fish, right? You put a fish in the house and after 3 days it smells. It's fishy, it's smelly, and that would be politicians. You got Boris Johnson, you got, what's his name? Jason Kenney, and so many others that quit. Or they get run out, right? So then they save face and say, I'm actually going to quit now. Months later, they're still there. And what are they doing? They're not doing good things because you quit. Please go away. They just don't want to do that. Venezuela, let's talk about this because it could be coming to a country near you as a result of misguided policies and mismanagement. Mismanagement, by the way, is an effective tool for anything. Big business, governments, if you manage something poorly, it's a mess. It will collapse. And that's going on with so many countries. There's management, I guess, but it's mismanaged. They do a very, very bad job. Venezuela is the point here that I want to discuss. Their agricultural sector has totally imploded, pick a term, but it's a mess. The average person in Venezuela has lost 24 pounds because there's nothing to eat. They line up to go into stores and the shelves are virtually empty and they have rations that the government says that they have to have, and that's a form of control, and that's what they do. And again, it is coming to a country near you because now left-wing governments are after the agricultural sector, and in some countries the agricultural production has gone down by half. Canada, for instance, is going down by a third, and there won't be any food. And this happened in Venezuela. They continue to do the same thing. They being the left-wing wackos. They do the same thing that has been done in so many other places. It can't work. Socialism doesn't work. It's been tried for thousands of years. It doesn't work. But they keep on doing the same thing over and over again. And again, it's a form of social and political control. And they take all your guns away, and they take all your rights away. And then the gasoline is such that you can't afford to drive anywhere. And then there's the food issue. They have control. We got to get rid of these people. On another topic, I see this all the time. People move to a place, from a place, and want to make the place they came from the same as the place that they came to, from which they want a good place. And that's why they left that place and came to this place. There's a place for stupid and there's a place for evil, and it seems to be out of place with me. In other words, when you come to a new place, get new yourself. Kind of get rejigged. Well, yeah, I mean, people from California moved to Nevada as an example, and they vote exactly the same as they did in California. And it's because of their vote in California that California became a mess, right? Got a story for you here to end it today on a lighter note. You got three superstars walking down the street together. You got Pinocchio, Snow White, and Superman, and they came up to a sign as a beauty contest for the most beautiful woman in the world. Snow White. She said, I can win that. She went in a few minutes later, came out. She won. Hey, walked a little further. Big sign, contest for the strongest man in the world. Superman, I can win that. In he went. Of course, he came out as the winner. Hey, I did it, I did it. Lastly, they continued the walk. Big sign, a prize, the world's greatest liar contest. Come on and join. Pinocchio, whoop, this is mine. All day long, he went in. Half an hour later, he came up crying, big tears. The other two looked at him and said, what could possibly be wrong? And Pinocchio continued to cry. He says, who is Justin Trudeau? Hey, you all come back. See ya.